Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Half Brothers podcast. My name is Jacob,
My name is Glenn.
and we are half brothers. If you don't know what that means, Google it already, man. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Hit
Can
that
you tell the people what I was trying to say,
subscribe.
man?
The button. Hit the button is what he was thinking.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button down below. Like this video, share it to your friends, leave us a comment. We're gonna be talking a lot of rage
Show your
baiting
lawyer. File
topics
a
today.
lawsuit.
So make sure you leave a comment down below. I just want to start off by saying shout out to my boy John. And John, I told you I use a microphone. It's real small, it's real nice and compact, and it is wireless, connects right to my phone. I do use a microphone, so stop telling me to buy one. But my boy John watches the podcast every week. He works with me. He literally will watch it with me sitting right next to him at work and give me feedback. But
That's amazing.
literally every week, if it's not out on Monday, I get in on Monday. Where's the podcast? Where's the podcast? So yesterday it wasn't out. He goes, "Where's the podcast?" I was like, "Oh, we're recording tonight." And then at lunch you texted me saying we need to change plans. So then this morning I come in, "Where's the podcast?" "We're recording it tonight, John. I'm sorry it's a couple of days late." But actually, I really appreciate it, man. I really
appreciate that too.
him, watching and then trying to make sure it comes out on time.
I like it. That's glad.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I found out. Here's how I found out. My friends don't listen. Is they were like, yeah, man, been really enjoying the podcast lately. They said that a few months ago when we were on a break. I was like, there hasn't been a podcast for a while, and they were like, oh yeah, I don't listen. It's like, all right, cool. So I'm glad that Ohio folks are enjoying it, because New York said we'll listen to a couple, and then they were like, oh well, there's a million podcasts in New York City, so we can't support everyone, and we're not going to support two sexy white guys from Ohio.
Two more,
Speaking of John, there's a John we should talk about today.
Is there?
I think
so. What John do you want to talk about?
Some would say he's the greatest John in the history of sports entertainment. Some would say he's the best John in the history of America. I would say, exactly. I was thinking John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Who are you?
Do you know who John Kuhn is?
I have no idea, and that's why I was moving on, because I wanted to play it cool so I didn't look like an idiot. But yeah, go ahead and tell me who.
Former Green Bay Packers fullback.
Okay, that's fine that I didn't know that, and I guarantee you, almost no one knows that. In fact,
Green Bay Packers fans will know who that is.
And we have 3 listeners in Ohio. Good luck, okay, buddy. Hey, how'd the Packers do this past week, huh?
How'd the Browns do?
I did that.
At least we scored a touchdown.
No, genuinely, I don't know how they did this week. So I was. Oh, okay. I just like to say with that tone. Oh yeah, John Elway's a beast,
and we played pretty good.
This weekend was a sad moment for myself, for Jacob, for really millions of grown men, real men around the world, and the men that don't understand, or that are not grieving or mourning the loss that we had this weekend. I would say they're probably not real men. They're boys. They're still boys. They're still young. They probably are not very masculine. They probably can't protect you if you're a woman out there. So I would just say, if a man is in a good mood the last few days, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Run. That's a red flag, because we just lost our childhood hero. A great man over the last 23 years. Hustle, loyalty, respect. He raised us. He taught us how to be a man, how to be respectful, how to be loyal, and how to hustle and never, ever give up. Until he frickin' gave up, And so, as we talk about John Cena, the never-seen 17, the greatest of all time, the doctor of thugonomics, we mourn the loss that he had this weekend in his final match to Gunther. Jacob, how are you feeling about it?
Very sad. Very sad. Not necessarily. There's a couple different reasons.
So many emotions, right?
Yeah. So many emotions, but there's a couple. I'm just sad that it's really over. and we're very prepared when it comes to this podcast. We have some things lined up that we want to talk about. And we got four different bullet points on the notes today. Shout out to our producer. He went ahead and put this list together for us. So the first thing, or not the first thing, one of the things we have on here, and I think it is probably just the most fitting for to start the conversation with, is this really it? Is he coming back? And I do think this was really it. I think that was it. I think that was the last time we're gonna see him in a wrestling match. That is the last time we will see the jorts, the iconic jorts. Um, yeah, I really think that's it. And I'm very sad about it. I don't think I was as appreciative as I needed to be throughout the whole run. Once it got towards the end, I was getting more appreciative and I was tuning in every time I knew he was going to be on, and but I wasn't appreciative enough throughout the entire time. I didn't appreciate the heel run enough. And that's what I'll say I've been noticing a lot on social media is it doesn't seem like people appreciated this enough. They wanted it to be exactly what they wanted, and the fact that they didn't get it, it was terrible and it was poor booking and it was just all this nonsense. But it's like it wasn't meant to be how you wanted it booked. It was meant to be how he wanted it booked. Um, but yeah, very sad because I really do think this is the end. I think that was it. I think it's over. So
Yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely over. And not only are we not going to see the iconic jorts again, I don't think we'll ever see jorts again ever.
yeah.
He was the last guy to ever wear 'em. And it is crazy that he kept, that he wore it all these years and never changed it. Even with the heel run, didn't change his look. But yeah, I'm with you, man. It's I think we all have that mix of emotions where it's like we wanted it to end a certain way or we wanted like certain things to happen, but you're so right. Now that it's really over, I'm just thankful that it happened.
Hmm.
I'm looking back and I'm like, you didn't have to do this,
No,
you
and there was a
know?
long time there I didn't think it was gonna.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking, I saw he only had like one match in 2024. He had like a few matches. Like there were the last like 5 years, he's not really done much at all. And I mean, if you look at him, he's very visibly different. That's a lot on his body. And he was getting slammed, bro. His body took so much this year,
Yeah,
even in just 18 matches. But
and I
I,
really thought he was gonna go through that table in that match.
which in the Gunther match?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm really glad he didn't. That might have killed him.
I was like, dude, this is his last match. He's gonna let Gunther power bomb him through the table. Like,
Yeah. I would say overall, I think that the heel turn, the heel turn was iconic. That moment is still amazing television.
yeah.
Just the
And like,
way
I
that
think that's memories me and you will have forever.
forever.
Like me texting you right before he's about to turn heel, you being like, no way,
It
dude.
hurt me.
Calling me, being like, what is happening? Like, we'll never forget that. And that's exactly what they wanted.
It worked.
Yeah.
It's interesting because when we get upset, that's how you know it worked. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When you
Yeah.
get a reaction, that's how you know it worked.
A bad reaction is better than no reaction,
And
especially
I
in
was
WWE.
and I was locked in watching Monday Night Raw last night.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Dude, so after seeing Monday Night Raw, my whole perspective kind of changed. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Um, before we get into that, I
Yeah.
think we should give our flowers to his career overall. Let's just favorite John Cena moment of all time. You
You
got
want
one?
to? I'm gonna have so many, but if I could say my favorite of all time was the match with Edge. I'm forgetting which pay per view it was, but the tables, ladders, and chairs match where he climbed up the ladder and he ate Edge into two tables that were on top of each other,
Okay.
and then he grabbed the belt and he won. I don't know. I don't know if that was I think it was a pay per view, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. But that was just epic, man. That was like early on in his like big prime,
Yeah.
and but it was just that whole feud was incredible. That's that it's still that's the one thing I really wish we could have seen is just them face to face. I do think we will see them face to face in the ring one more time. Not in a match, not in but in some like Hall of Fame induction or something in the future.
Yeah.
They're going to be wearing suits or something, but um that was probably my favorite moment of all time. Dude, I mean on top of the ladder, a table on top of a table. This
Yeah.
guy that was just an amazing heel, like a great bad guy, an Edge who I hated, and he throws him between two tables. Looked like he killed him. I watch it now. I'm like, how did he not just break his tailbone or spine? Like this is deadly stuff
Yeah.
sometimes, and people don't get it. But that would be my favorite moment that I can think of right now.
Yeah. I heard that. That was epic for sure. Um, my favorite, it's tough because like my first memory of watching a WWE event was that WrestleMania 23 that we watched at your house. And his entrance for that was pretty epic.
Yeah,
But I think my favorite moment all time was I can't remember what year it was, but he returns at the Royal Rumble, number 30, and ends up winning.
2008. Yep.
2008, yeah. Yeah, that's probably my favorite Cena moment of all time. That was just absolutely epic. He was gone for a minute, and then like you just didn't expect it to happen, and WWE was getting kind of dry in that moment. And then boom, Cena returns, and there's all this hype. He wins the Rumble. He's gonna be the main event of Mania. Um, I just remember getting so excited when that happened. So I would say that's probably my favorite all time. And like that honorable mention, very close runner up would be WrestleMania 23, just because that was the first one that I watched. That's the first one I remember. He main evented that one. I'm pretty sure that was against Shawn Michaels, and they were the tag
Yes.
team champions at the
Yes.
time. And he just has that epic entrance, like driving a car through downtown Detroit and then drives it into the stadium. Didn't he drive it through some glass too?
I can't remember honestly. I don't remember
I'll
the
have to look
car
it up.
for
I
the yeah.
think that he drives it through like a glass sign that says WrestleMania 23,
Mhm.
and then is just like right up in the stadium. But it was awesome. I loved it. And that was like the moment that I got into pro wrestling. And I remember like when I got into pro wrestling, I fell in love with John Cena. Like he was my favorite off the rip. So yeah, the more I talk about it, the more I'm just like, man, it is
Now,
really over.
did you watch that WrestleMania at my house?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, because that was the. I'm looking at that card now. That was the Undertaker and Batista.
Yep.
That was Donald Trump and Vince McMahon
Yep.
with
The hair
Umaga
versus
and
hair
Bobby
match.
Lashley. It's
Yep.
hilarious, dude. That guy's president now. It's insane. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was an amazing match too. Shawn Michaels and John Cena. Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels is one of my favorite all time, and just there was actually another favorite John Cena moment. That's also a Shawn Michaels moment was that Monday Night Raw ending where everyone kind of comes in and is like doing their finisher. It's like Edge, Randy
Oh
Orton,
yeah.
Shawn Michaels, John Cena, and they all do their. It's like a spear, or it's like a failed RKO into a spear, into an FU, into sweet chin music, and then
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels kicks John Cena, and he lands on Randy Orton.
And
One,
pins him.
2, 3.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels knocked John Cena out, and he won the
Yeah.
match. It was insane. It was amazing. It was such an epic moment.
That is one
And
of the best spots in pro wrestling history.
it was just so well done.
It was. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's we just don't get Raw like that anymore. I will say, like, I love wrestling and everything, but like, there was just a moment where they were having banger after banger after banger, and he was a huge part of that.
Now I do think it's starting to come back, man. I think that they're
Yeah.
doing some good long-term storytelling
Hmm.
with a couple guys. I think that this whole feud they've been building and building and building with Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes,
Yeah,
I think that's really starting to pay its dividends. It's
I
starting
would
to get
agree.
really good. Um,
The Vision, I think, is actually doing pretty well too. Braun
I
Breaker is
agree.
starting to carry pretty
And
well.
I think that there's going to be some real good storytelling with that when Seth comes back. So they got some good stuff in the works. And here's something that I don't entirely know was in the works. I've been seeing a lot of stuff online that Cena was not supposed to tap right there. That he made that split decision hey, this is it. This is where it ends. Thoughts? Do you
You
think
think
that's the
you're
case?
saying, hold on, you're saying he made that decision in the ring at that moment?
Yeah. No, I'm saying it was planned for him to lose. That was a part of the plan.
Sure.
But he decided, hey, now it's going to end. We're not going to do any more spots. There's not going to be another AA. There's not going to be another five knuckle shuffle. This is it.
So in other words, it's a theory. Now you're saying you think this or that you've heard this
I've
because like
heard this.
okay,
I've heard
so
this.
what
I
did you
don't think this is true.
so I guess what I'm confused about is are they saying that that he told Triple H, "Hey, it's going to end like this," but instead he ended it like that, or were they like, "John, you end it whenever you feel like it, and that'll be the end," or like what do they think was supposed to be the ending? He gets choked out
Yeah.
like
I
Goldberg
think
did.
people thought he was supposed to go unconscious.
I thought that was going to happen. I think it was now. He posted a picture of Obi-Wan Kenobi today on Instagram. And literally, it's crazy because last night, as I was thinking about this, because obviously I've been thinking about him every night before bed, um, he, I was thinking of like, it reminds me now that I'm watching these montages, because in the moment you're like, what? And I think of Star Wars: A New Hope, Luke
Hmm.
Skywalker, his face when Obi-Wan is right there, and like he's fighting Darth Vader, but Obi-Wan knows like he can't defeat Darth Vader, and it's not his time anymore. Like his time is up, and he just looks at Luke, and then he like grins, and then Darth Vader, boom, just gets him.
Yeah.
And now with the montages, and even last night when they opened up Raw, that video they made, and just like that quick flashback they did, as like Cena is smiling, and then they do a flashback, and then it's him tapping. I was like, wow, because of how unexpected it was. Like, dude, that place was silent.
Yeah.
There was not like everyone. No, see, I saw the reactions of I want to see react. I want to see reaction of every single wrestler backstage or whoever was there because Michael Cole and them. I think they were shocked. I like CM Punk was shocked. Like everyone watching, they could not believe it. So I don't know, man. I mean, he definitely planned it like that. No matter what, he
I
planned it.
agree.
I don't think he changed his mind. I think he thought that through. He's a very well thought out guy, but it was still tough. In the moment it was the worst thing ever because the match was not amazing. You know what I mean? Like the match was good. There were some really good moments. I did feel like when he held his arm up, like he should have had one more like Super Cena moment
Yeah.
and then Gunther beats Super Cena, but also he felt like it was also a way to show that like this character, like this John Cena does not have it anymore.
Yeah.
Like Obi-Wan is gone.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. How do you feel about it? What are you thinking? Like was it planned like what
Yeah,
do you
no,
think?
I think it was absolutely planned. There was that piece inside of me that's like, you know what? He broke the record. He became the
Yeah.
Grand Slam. Like he did all these things I wanted him to do. Maybe he can just check this final box off the list. Like, records are meant to be broken. Maybe he
Yeah.
can be the guy that doesn't go out on his back.
Yeah.
So there was the piece of me that wanted that to happen, that thought it was possible for it to happen. But the more I think about it, the more I look back on it, the more like you just look at the match, it was absolutely perfect.
Mm.
It was absolutely perfect. He does the five knuckle shuffle twice, goes for it a third time, and the crowd every single time, you can't see me. They're all right there with him chanting it. Goes for the third time, it gets blocked, showing, hey, this guy is very tough for me to beat. He AAs him, or no, he FUs him
That's
off
right.
of the top rope. Can't get the 1, 2, 3. FUs him through a table. Can't get the 1, 2, 3. Gets put in the sleeper hold time and time and time again. Looks like he's about to pass out. They give him the three arm things. He goes down twice, and then he holds it up with the three. His three that he does. Keeps that in the air. And then you get hyped. You're like, oh, okay, we're getting that Super Cena moment. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get one more. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the time where he turns it around. He's gonna hit him with three AAs in a row, three FUs in a row, and he's gonna win this match. That's what's gonna happen. He starts to get out of it, hits him with it one more time. Gunther's pretty much unfazed. Kicks out at two, grabs him, puts him back in that sleeper hold. And then, he just has a smile on his face and taps out. It had been 20 years since that man had tapped out in a wrestling ring. He was the hustle, loyalty, respect, never give up guy. It had been 20 years since someone made him give up in a wrestling ring, and he did it in his last match. Poetic. Poetic because he was always the guy that was supposedly holding back new talent because he was on the roster. He wasn't making space for there to be a new huge star. There was no room for there to be a new John Cena because John Cena was still there. He was always that guy. That was always the stick he started to get towards the later half of his career. And then if you watch Raw on Monday, Gunther has so much heat. Like so much. Like he was getting booed out of the building.
Dude.
He was trying to talk and they were booing loud as heck. He has some Dom Mysterio type heat, and people have been talking about how Dom has the most heat for any heel in years and years. Like he did exactly what he wanted to do in that last match. Him tapping out, which we said that we talked about this before. I said Gunther doesn't need it. He's already a huge star. It pushed Gunther so much higher than I imagined it ever could.
Man, I'll tell you what. And it's funny because you can tell, like, it's so funny. We're recording this. Like, I don't have a ton of energy right now. Like, we're sad. You can hear right now in our voices, we're sad. We're grown men. This is real to us. Damn it. Okay.
It is
And
real.
we are not alone. Everyone's. What's great is like the mainstream now is like recognizing this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like every single person has posted about this. Like it's just like this hurts. Like I'm even talking about it now. I'm like, man, I still haven't fully processed this. That match, though, I agree. It was amazing. It had some great moments, but that ending where he took off the headband that's on his arm because how big his biceps are, and then his shoes, and then it just was so beautiful. And I'm also glad, like the montage video. I'm glad they showed Vince McMahon. I wish Vince would have been there. I don't know why he wasn't there. I kept hearing he was going to be there. I don't know what happened. But seeing John Cena's smile when he saw Vince's face on the screen was awesome.
Yeah.
And then the way he just took it in, walked out, saluted us one final time. And he walked
There's
out. I
one
don't
thing
think
I didn't really like, but I'll let you go.
his music wasn't playing though, I don't think, when he left, right?
No.
I don't think so. So that's also, it's like that's really it. Like he's dead. Like that person is dead, right?
Yeah.
And then I just want to say about Raw real quick, and then I'll get back to you. But with Gunther, he came out in the booze. I was like, wow, he is really hated now. I was like, wow, this was really good for him. And I was just like, and I hated him too. And when he called, John Cena a little B, not once, but then walked back in
Why?
twice. And then I was like, oh my God. And it frustrated me a little bit, but I'm like, all right, this is a TV show. Like he's doing what he needs to do. This is good. I see where it's going. But when I genuinely got mad, my blood was boiling. I was actually so pissed. I was like, oh no, Cena's got to come back right now. You can't let this happen. Is when he was in the car and AJ Styles was right there. And he looks at AJ and he says, hey, AJ. Dude, I was ready to run through a brick wall. I wanted to destroy him. That upset me more than anything else. That's when I was pissed.
Why did it stop working?
It did stop working. I'm not sure.
Oh well. We'll just have to run it.
That's fine. We're
Don't have
close.
time.
We're close to the end.
Yeah. I will say the thing that I didn't like was Randy Orton wasn't there.
Yeah, what's up with that, man? How come Randy wasn't there? Edge could have been there in the crowd. Like, I don't understand. Like, where were these guys?
They sent him to Dubai.
Randy?
Yeah.
For what?
I don't know. I guess that
What?
they're doing like live shows or something. Send him to freaking
That's
Dubai.
that's
Another thing
ridiculous.
I didn't like, the IC title run happened too late. Loses his last two matches. Come on. Could have had
Yeah,
him win one of them. Didn't love that. But it is what it is. I'm
yeah, I
glad he
agree.
got to capture that belt. The match with AJ was absolutely incredible. That's probably the best match of the entire thing, to be
That was a
honest.
great match. I liked. I love that match. I was at SummerSlam, and I've rewatched that match like 3 times. I think the Cody Rhodes Cena 2 at SummerSlam was the best match, but AJ Styles was definitely close, maybe a tie. The Sami Zayn was it SmackDown last SmackDown match was actually really solid, and Logan Paul's match I thought was pretty good. Him and Logan Paul. What else? What else did he do that I liked? Yeah, I mean most of them were pretty solid. Really, just WrestleMania. WrestleMania was his worst match. Your
Yeah,
mic's back on.
it really was. This is so weird.
Yeah, that's all good. It's working though.
But yeah, no, I agree. WrestleMania was definitely his worst match. Yeah, honestly, now that you say that, like all those matches were actually like really good. And as much as he says like I have to hang it up because I'm getting a step slower and everything, like do you? Because again, those matches were good. The Logan Paul, super underrated. I don't
Yeah.
understand why people still hate on Logan Paul. He is very good. He's very good in ring. He's good on mic. He's a very hateable, believable heel. We can admit that he's a good wrestler. You don't
Yeah,
have to
no,
like him. He's a heel. I understand not liking him, but he's a good wrestler.
no, he's a great wrestler. I think he's really good. I think he's honestly one of the best up like younger guys, like one of the best newer guys. Like he's just so athletic and he's a dog. And but Rey Mysterio is getting too old to keep wrestling him. All right, I was watching that last night. I'm like Rey still looks, but I'm like Rey, you're gonna die in that ring.
So I guess that him and Ray actually just like really get along.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I mean, they have great matches, but it's
And
like
I was gonna say that's probably his most wrestled opponent is Ray,
yeah,
because Ray is so good. They get along really well. You know, he's like this vet that knows exactly how to do everything. He knows how to help you when you mess up. He knows all the ins and outs.
Mhm.
So they keep putting him with Logan Paul, which I don't know if that's a bad thing for Logan. Like he's still not experienced enough to go against some fresher guys. Like he needs that veteran to lead him.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, it's time to give the man his flowers. And the vision, bro. Did you watch the whole thing?
I did. I watched the whole thing last night.
Bro, so good.
Yeah.
So good. I'm actually hyped for Theory, and he looks like a badass.
Yeah. You know, I never paid too much attention to him.
I
So,
didn't either.
but last night I was like, oh, all right. Well, let's see what he's got. Because when's the last time he was in wrestling?
I don't want to say it's been a year, but it's been a
It's
long
been at
time.
least a year. I think it's been at least a
Maybe.
year, right? I
I don't
don't
know. I
remember
want to
seeing
say it
him at
was
all this
before.
year.
I want to say like Royal Rumble.
Oh, it might have been the Rumble. It might have been the Rumble.
Yeah. And he's been gone for so long, and now he's got the buzz cut. And you
Dang.
just,
No,
I
he looked
loved it,
mad.
bro.
It
I
looked
loved it.
good. But well, here's the thing. I have one more. Can I ask one more question before
Yeah.
we go? Now, part of me was like, man, I don't know if I'll stay into wrestling because now that Cena's gone, man. But after last night, I am. I think this year's made me just even more invested in it moving forward, and I want to see Gunther get destroyed by someone eventually. I know he's probably going to retire a couple more people, but like, man, I hate that guy. I'm really mad. I'm really mad at him.
Have you seen the rumors about who's next?
Is it Brock or AJ?
I think both.
I,
Because
yeah,
I mean Brock makes a lot of sense because Brock has the information has come out that Brock is done after SummerSlam next year. Like he said, he's not doing it anymore. So that makes sense that it's probably going to be Gunther. But now they're building this feud with AJ, and AJ has said that this is probably his last WrestleMania ever. So I think he's going to do both, and I
man,
don't like it.
this guy is. And what's crazy, yeah, it's the way he does it. It's not like an epic finish.
No,
It's a lame choke.
yeah, and he doesn't do any like big, exciting, flashy moves or anything. You know, he doesn't even have a finisher. Like he has a power bomb, but that's not his finisher. His finisher is the rear naked choke. And a lot of people say like, oh, that was I've heard some people say like that was professional wrestling killing
Yeah.
sports entertainment last night.
Yeah, Michael Cole said that on the
Oh, was it
call.
Michael Cole?
He said it live on the call as
Yeah,
Cena tapped.
yeah. Which I mean, good take, hotline, but I also am like that's kind of what I like about Gunther. Like he doesn't do anything. He's very simple. It is, and but
He's a
like
bad guy.
it's so believable. It's like, oh, this guy's huge, and he's just gonna wail on you for 30 minutes and put you in a sleeper hold 4 times. Like eventually, you're gonna give up.
Hmm.
Like he's gonna be tough to actually get out of a sleeper hold from.
I mean, I keep going back to Star Wars, bro, but he's Emperor Palpatine. Palpatine had one Palpatine had one good lightsaber match with Yoda at the end there, right? But
Yeah,
like in most of the movies, he's just like
he
with his
literally doesn't
fingers.
do
He's
anything.
just
I don't
killing
understand why
people.
people are so scared of him.
He's just killing people with like his electricity force. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's it. That's all he does. And like that's good. And he doesn't care. He just destroys and wins.
yeah.
And that's what Gunther does. He just destroys and wins. And he's honestly, my roommate said this when we were watching it. He was like, he reminds me of Khabib in the UFC. Khabib is one of the greatest of all time, maybe the greatest of all time,
No,
but he's not fun to watch at all. He's
no,
not fun to
yeah.
watch. He just dominates and chokes people and submits them. It's so boring. He just doesn't let them do anything, and then he controls them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you hate him for it, but he can't stop winning.
And that is the objective when you get in there is to win.
That's right. Well, we're going to continue to mourn this loss, and this grief will never leave us. So, Jacob, I'll be praying for you. Please pray for me.
I will.
It'll be tough. But, folks, we'd love to know what you think. How did you feel about the John Cena ending? How do you feel about his career? What's your favorite moment? What's your least favorite moment? What do you like about the goodbye tour, the farewell tour, the last time is now tournament, whatever it is? What did you like, dislike? We want to hear your thoughts. We want to know.
Let us
Yeah.
know in the comments down below how you felt. If you're as sad as we are, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Until next time, my name is Glenn.
My name is Jacob.
And this has been the Hat Brothers Podcast. Have a nice day and keep smiling.